Hi, Casey Durango of Go Keto with Casey here. I'm going to plan on having a series of little videos, short ones called probably Keto Quickies with Casey or something about like that. Today's topic, how to get started on the ketogenic protocol. Stick around. So, we're at mid-year right now. I don't know when you might be viewing this, but it's mid-year. We're almost exactly halfway through the year. It's that time when maybe people have gotten a little off track. You know, you start out the new year all gung-ho, and then the year goes on, and then this year has been quite the year, hasn't it? So, what if you're kind of in the doldrums? Or you've never endeavored to be on this ketogenic protocol. Quickly, the ketogenic protocol is one where you keep your carbohydrate intake sufficiently low, where your liver does not pump out glucose for fuel. Our bodies happily switch over to burning fat for fuel. That's usually, for most people, 20 grams of carbohydrate a day or fewer. Don't eat it if it's not on page 4, Dr. Westman's page 4. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Stop when you're satiated. So that's what the protocol is. People say, how do I get started? If you've already done this before and you remember what worked, go back to that. A lot of us forget that, oh yeah, that worked really well several months ago or last year or 2 years ago. Well, it's no different now than then. Next time you put food in your mouth, lay off the carbs. You don't need to buy special foods. Certainly you don't need to buy special foods or products or kits. You don't need to buy a meal plan. You don't need to buy anything to be 100% successful at this protocol. You just lay off the carbs. I'm going to repeat what the protocol is. Keep your carbohydrate intake to 20 grams or fewer a day. Total carbs, not net. Eat fatty sources of protein. You can look at page 4 if you wish, but it's just really fatty sources of protein. Full fat dairy in limited amounts, and non-starchy vegetables and leafy greens in limited amounts. About a cup a day of non-starchy vegetables before cooking, about 2 cups a day of leafy greens a day before cooking. Maximum. That's it. So, to get really basic, what is a carbohydrate? It's one of the macronutrients. It is not an essential macronutrient. For the most part, the carbohydrate intake will come from vegetables. Yes, you count the carbs in veggies. I get that question a lot. And the reason the question gets asked is because we've heard for decades, oh, vegetables are free foods. Eat as much as you like. Same with fruit. Well, not on this protocol. It's limited to about a cup a day of non-starchy vegetables and about 2 cups a day of leafy greens. So that's how you get started again, or get started for the first time. The next time you eat, lay off the carbs. And then the next time you eat after that, lay off the carbs. And like the shampoo bottles used to read, rinse, lather, repeat, just keep repeating that. And what you will find is if you really do lay off the carbs, fairly quickly, wonderful things start to happen. One of the first things that can happen is you realize your appetite is suppressed. Not just your hunger, but your actual appetite. You're like, I don't care to eat. Many people report that their joint pain resolves pretty quickly, and I'm talking like within a couple of weeks, if that was the case for me. For those of you who don't know, I was perfectly round for 30 years, morbidly obese from my mid-20s to my mid-50s. I had given up on losing weight. I didn't want to take insulin for type 2 diabetes. I was not yet diagnosed, but I knew I was on deck. Came across Dr. Eric Westman's white coat video. The message was simple. Keep your carbs 20 grams or fewer a day. And I said, well, I can do that. So the next time I ate, I just left off the carbs. No big fanfare. I didn't make an announcement anywhere. I just laid off the carbs. And then the next time I ate, I laid off the carbs. And I was happy to substitute delicious, rich food. I just laid off the carbs. All the things I'd been avoiding, cheese and sour cream and bacon and steaks, and I didn't avoid them, but I felt like I was wrecking my life, my health, eating them. No, it was the fries and the bread and the pasta and the rice that was wrecking my health. It was the carbs wrecking my health. So give it a try. You have nothing to lose except maybe joint pain and acid reflux, maybe some weight, maybe some medications. So this is just a quickie. How do you get started, or how do you restart? The next time you eat, lay off the carbs. That's it. You don't have to count anything else. If you're laying off the carbs, you don't even have to count the 20 grams. Plus no starches, no sugars, and no fruit. There's no fruit. Sorry, fruit is sugar. Lay off the carbs. It's that simple. Maybe I'll make a t-shirt. Just lay off the carbs. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your day whenever you are listening to or viewing this. Thank you. Keep your carbs 20 grams or fewer a day, total, not net. Eat fatty sources of protein. Don't eat if you're not hungry, and stop when you're satiated. Stay healthy. Stay strong. Be kind to yourself. Be firm with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Thank you so much.